Did you know cats and dogs are being euthanized every day that would otherwise make perfectly good pets? Good afternoon. My name is Shane.m.clites, and hopefully I will be persuading you today to get your next pet from a shelter instead of from a pet store or online breeder. When you buy from a pet store or online breeder, most of these animals are kept in terrible living conditions and bred through inhumane practices. Some of these include keeping the animals in cages, lacking proper medical care, proper nutrition, being abused, mothers being forced to carry litter after litter, and then killed off or abandoned when they're no longer useful. So when I was younger, my neighbor actually bred dogs. Sometimes there was 20 plus dogs there. I personally witnessed her throw rocks at them, strike them with the whip. The puppies were kept in cages, and if they were let outside, it was in a small little pen. We called the animal control, and they were unable to do anything about it because she would just hide them every time they came. She would load them in a big horse trailer, drive them away. After the visit, she would bring them right back. People were constantly buying pet dogs from her because they didn't know what was going on. Meanwhile, in animal shelters, they're euthanizing 3 to 4 million cats and dogs every year because they're at capacity and they're unable to find them a home. According to the Humane Society, most of these animals in the shelters are there at no fault of their own, but due to human problems, such as they had to move, couldn't bring the pets with them, divorces, family members passing away, or they just realize a pet is way more work than they expected and they don't have the time for them. Could you imagine the confusion that the animal is feeling, getting dropped off in a strange place, with strange people, getting left there alone when otherwise they were a perfectly good pet to you and your family? Imagine if we treated our children like this. The solution is easy. Next time you're looking for your next cat or dog, my recommendation is look towards the shelters to adopt instead of purchasing from a pet store or one of these breeders. When you do this, you're saving a life, potentially two. This is because you're freeing up space at the shelter for another animal that may desperately need it. Additionally, by not buying from the pet store or an online seller, you'll be taking money away from these breeders and their potentially inhumane practices, hopefully stopping them from continuing for good. Animals at these shelters get a bad rap. We assume because they were a bad dog or they're a mutt. That's just not true. Like I said previously, they're usually there at no fault of their own. They have dogs and cats of all shapes and sizes, all breeds and purebreds. They're usually already housebroken and have all the proper medical care. You can get an old dog or a puppy or anything in between. They have anything and everything you could possibly be looking for in a pet. So at this point, if this were a live audience, I would leave you with a brochure with pictures of cats and dogs at a nearby shelter, or perhaps even bringing in some of these pets for you to meet firsthand. I will leave you with this website as well, theshelterpetproject.org. This website is great because you put in what you're looking for and your zip code, and it gives you page after page of every animal that meets that criteria that's in desperate need of a home. So next time you're searching for a new pet, please take this into consideration with what I've gone over today. Thank you.